Community, I had to go and change my wig. I had the red one earlier, but now they both came in with the red and the pink. We getting Keisha Cole ready.
Look.
Not gonna keep me out the group with this red thing. No, man.
What I look like, Patti LaBelle?
Right.
Got me singing hooks.
Hey, community. Here's what's brewing today.
The Boy Is Mine tour.
Sidetracks at O'Hare.
And ask your auntie, the fuck boy ain't mine. So, get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's a wig episode. I'm Auntie Carell.
I'm Auntie Dewan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell.
Yeah.
It feels good. You know what? I was just sitting here thinking, there's that whole situation where it is, because it doesn't happen often.
Look,
Right, he said out the jump.
Post vacation, look.
He's like, try me already. Damn.
You know what grinds my gears? Community, y'all gonna be into it for an episode this week. We coming in hot today. But like this...
Literally.
And by the way, right, hot. By the way, if you're not watching on YouTube, this is a wig episode, so
Yes.
switch. Or
So
do
good.
both, because, honey...
Switch like how I had to change my wig from the jump. I was like, y'all ain't gonna have me not in this red tone family. Kick me out the group.
But you know, there's that whole discourse happening online about how redheaded people are the new, are part of the family.
Part of the black family.
What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know who started that.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. No, but that's been canceled. So that someone started that conversation like back in April, and then immediately they from the jump they started acting stupid, and they're like, nope, you can't. No longer part of the family.
Sorry.
So it was giving very grand opening, grand closing, all in the same week.
Yeah.
Nope. So y'all still over there.
Yeah.
Y'all still over there with them. Okay.
Yeah. Y'all ain't suffered enough struggle.
No.
I'm sorry. To be a part of this.
No.
And your food ain't good, so...
You need to be more than a glass of 2% milk to be part of anything over here.
Not potatoes au gratin.
I'm so done.
Welcome back. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Auntie
Charlotte.
Shara's in the house.
We missed you, boo. Shout out to Chris, though.
missed
Chris
y'all.
held it down. Chris held it down, but we missed you,
That was a
boo.
great episode. Y'all
Chris
talked
is
about
just
a lot.
fun.
I was heated. I was like, I need to be part of this conversation. Damn. We're having too much fun.
Yeah, you know. But we'll have fun this week too, boo. We'll have fun this week too.
And
How
shout
you
out
been?
to Carell. Shout out to Carell, who represented Minority Report at the functions in New York City last 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago at this point, yeah. Held down for the aunties. They was asking like all the surface level guys. They're like, "Where the aunties at?" I was like, "I'm holding down the fort. I'm holding it down."
She said these hoes ain't loyal.
Saying one got a big old star in his eye and out the country, and then Jarrell, I mean,
I'm all on the other side of the country, so
I know it gets hard for her to fly across the country. So
it's hard.
That sty killed my ass. I'm telling you, like, how am I damn near 50 getting styes in my eyes like I'm a 3-year-old with sucking popsicles? Like, what the fuck?
The first thing he said when I walked into his apartment, he was like, "Don't look at my eye. I'm looking over here like Quasimodo." I was like, "Girl."
And did.
Look,
But not anymore.
I peeped it on the previous episode when you had your glasses on and you can see it, and I was like, that's why she came in hot. She was like, God damn it, I got this goddamn thing on my eyeball. I'm supposed to be leaving the motherfucking country. Who over here fucking up my shit? Who got my voodoo doll, bitch? Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Right, like, come on now. Like, this is not cute at all.
I know that.
But she back.
My sister had me.
She back.
Yeah, the eye has reduced, so that's good.
Terrell, you stupid. Oh, well, welcome back, boo. Welcome back to the country. You know she stayed traveling. I'm sure she about to travel some more, but that's okay. That's okay. And Jarrell, you about to travel.
Not
Are you excited to be over there?
Yeah, I am excited to be over
Europe
there. I know. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. I can't even be excited because right now Beyonce got me all the way fucked up. No, she don't got me fucked up, but I'm mad at myself. First of all,
You're not going back to Paris.
Act 3, we're in Paris. Bitch, you better be over there. You got tickets. You better still be going over to Paris with your tickets, okay? I'm just saying, the way she out here giving Paris everything. You would think that's
she said, fuck the U.S.
She called us ghetto. She literally called us ghetto.
I don't blame her.
She said, y'all ghetto. Y'all don't deserve any of this shit. I said, like, she giving Houston level shit to Paris.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
But she did that Act 1 too.
Well, y'all got Blue Ivy.
Got Blue Ivy.
We got Blue Ivy.
We didn't get Miley Cyrus and Jay-Z, and I forget the dancers. The dancers, the K-pop dancers.
Yeah.
Nah, baby.
Because those are the same dancers that did the Arab show.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago with the that whole thing.
Yeah, let me tell you.
She turned up and turned out.
So, everyone, look, be ready to fight for your life in Paris next year. Because I know in Act 3, because them tickets about to be ridiculous. Everybody and their mama is going to be trying to go in Paris. And it's really going to be niggas in Paris. So.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's worth
it.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll say this, though, too. Watching these videos, when we went to Paris for Act 1, they wasn't acting like that in Paris.
No.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that was turned.
They were turned. But you know why, though? I think it's because she started in the U.S. And the U.S., we came correct, and we set the tone for London and Paris to be like, okay, now y'all better act. Y'all better come together. Because all of the mute challenges and, like, the chrome look, all that came after Europe. Yeah. So, child.
I know I get to see her on the 7th, July 7th, down in D.C., so she better do something. The only thing is, like, I think she's on, is it the actual 4th of July, too, on D.C.?
Yeah, she is.
Holding your hair like handlebars. Girl.
Pippi Longstock is over there. Pippi.
It's like the Pantene Pro V commercials. They used to be like, whoop, whoop.
Incredibly strong.
Yeah, no, exactly. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. But I hope she doesn't do all the good stuff in D.C. actually on the 4th. I was like, hopefully she saves some shit for that Monday. If not, I'm going to be very bitter at life, too.
I mean,
because I've been doing a decent job of ducking and weaving, but all that Paris shit, that's all that was on the interwebs. So I was like, damn.
Sure.
It's, my God. Yeah. So back to your question, I am excited, but I'm not excited because had I not had this trip, I would have been in Paris. Yeah. It's just like it's just a 9-day window between London and between Paris and London, and I couldn't be gone for 3 weeks. So
yeah. Are you gonna do Wimbledon?
Yes.
I forget.
Yeah, I'll be there in Wimbledon for a whole week. Yeah. So super excited for that.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, and
then Wimbledon is everything you think it's gonna be.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I bought me some cute ass outfits. Okay. Yeah. Look, she gonna be looking
tennis skirts.
You know,
I wish.
I got the thighs are gonna be thigh, I'll say all that. Let me tell you.
I know that's
we've been doing some extra squats just to make sure it looks
Your fitness has been fitnessing. Body is right. You are looking so good. Yeah.
Baby, I'm down 7 pounds this month without eating meat and without drinking. Just 7 pounds. I'm like,
Moni, do it.
She might have to keep doing this a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
You know you're gonna throw that chicken back in there. Don't play.
Like I said last week.
Right, you gonna throw that chicken back in there.
Look. Especially because I'm going overseas, and you already know I'm a picky eater to begin with. So I know the safe thing to eat in any country is going to be some chicken. So
chicken.
Yeah,
I'm going to be all right.
He look.
Look, I'm gonna be looking at the menu in Spain. I say pollo. Yep, there it is. Chicken. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a little bit of sea bass as well. You know, a little sea bass.
I don't know. With the shellfish allergy, I don't know about all that.
Oh, that's right.
No, sea bass is fish. It's not shellfish.
Let me tell you, because the fact that they don't cook that shit on different surfaces, it's a no for me, dog.
It's a no.
It's a no for me, dog.
Jarrell gonna be looking over there. He got lip fillers and shit.
Okay, come on now. Look, I'm a one up. I'm a one up y'all style, bitch. She gonna be looking like Nutty Professor over there, bitch.
Why Henny looking like Professor Clump over there?
Clump. Underneath the ice cream machine like this.
Baby.
Violet, you're turning violet.
I know that's right. Well, have fun, boo. And community, we'll have a couple guest fill-ins throughout the next several weeks as well.
I'm excited. We got some new guest hosts that's going to be replacing me while I'm gone. And I cannot wait to finally have them on. Y'all going to love them. Yeah. Yep. Y'all about to cut up. That's...
You know,
I'm gonna be mad coming back and be like, damn, I missed out on all that shit. God damn it.
Well, just put it in your notes app, and we'll have instead of a community bulletin board, we'll have a Henny bulletin board to get all your opinions out at the jump of that episode.
Look,
all the shit that you missed, be like, and
I might have to be live from Europe. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to give y'all some live updates to read to the community on how Auntie Henny is doing over there.
Please do put it on the stories so community pay attention to the stories.
From Kosovo, it is Auntie Henny at 4:00 in the morning, looking haggard.
Right. I know that's right, but her Wimbledon outfit, I don't know that's right.
Yes.
Let's see here. Oh, community, we talked about this like a few weeks ago because the rumors were rumoring, but today, the day we were recording, it's official. The boy is mine. The tour is official. I'm excited. The little 16-year-old kid in me. I don't know the last time I got this excited for a tour. Like, obviously Beyonce for sure. But, like, anyone else, like, my soul is so fucking happy that they're doing that. And that they're grown-ups and being able to handle it and say, hey, let's just go and get this bag right quick. Yeah. You know, like, yes, I think they truly do enjoy each other at this point now. But even if they don't, pretend and get that money.
Fake it until you make it, baby.
I'm nervous. I honestly, here's the thing. One, I like the interview they did on TV. I thought it was cool to see them grow and just the honesty that they both had as well too.
Yeah.
But y'all, I am afraid.
You know it's gonna be Brandy. It's gonna be Brandy.
I am afraid that it's gonna be some shit like the Escape and SWV tour. While it is happening, I just hope that they can be at least professional enough to see the whole thing through. So for that reason alone, I had it put in the group chat. Let's go to New Orleans to see it. But I think I'm gonna have to do Chicago now and see it.
You might have to go to Cincinnati the very first.
See it early. See the front. Yeah. See the the first couple of weeks. And because by the end of it, who knows? Who knows? But I'm not gonna put the energy out there. I'm gonna believe what they said. It looked like they were really being honest. And honestly, let's be honest too. Since the verses during the pandemic, you have seen them two interacting a lot more with each other too.
Absolutely.
So I do believe it. I honestly do believe that they have been like.
And Monica's not the one to fake it for too long. Monica ain't gonna just sign up for shit.
Yeah.
So
you can tell by her
that's why I'm like, okay, she's at least being like, no, actually, I somewhat like this human being now because Monica don't care about no damn bag. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
That part.
That's that Monica energy.
These are the ones that help you to understand kind of like the Wendy's and the McDonald's like beef / like competition / companionship because like you always see because you see them next to each other, you think they're going to cannibalize each other, but they don't.
Right.
So with Monica and Brandy, like I think there is a perception that they just can't coexist in the same space, but that's all that we want. We want y'all to coexist in the same space together. So we can sample the McDonald's fries and then get that Wendy's burger and then go back over to get some chicken nuggets and then go back. We want it all.
We want a little sampling of both. Num num num.
Yeah.
And then there's Kelly Rowland, Money Long, and what's old boy
Jamal
from
Roberts.
American Idol? Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see all.
Let me tell you, that man can sing.
Them.
That man can sing. But like I said in the group chat, what he gonna be singing though?
I don't know.
They ain't got no songs.
The championship song.
I don't know. But you know what? I don't care though. I don't care though because he can sing. He can really, he can really sing.
All I care.
Yeah. Also, Money Long. That's interesting. I
like Money Long. Her last album was actually very good.
I feel that she is on there for today's R&B purposes to get some of the people who are in today's R&B. But from every live show that I've seen of her,
leave Money alone.
It's like they say on RuPaul's Drag Race. They need somebody to go home first.
I bet you she opened before Jamal opens.
Y'all ain't gonna do that to Money.
I mean, if I have to, it would have to be Money, then Jamal, then Kelly, and then it's gonna be both. And Monica and Brandy would be co-headlining, just like SZA and Kendrick. So they'll be going on and off the stage as well too. So it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. I mean, I'm thinking about like hearing every time the beat drops, boom, 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 boom. Look, the way I want to hear that, and they, know they're gonna be eating, bitch. Bitch. Look,
that makes me want to go to the Atlanta show now.
That's gonna be too dangerous for me. Nah,
no, that's gonna be the one. That's gonna be the one.
No,
I don't want to miss this one like I missed the Missy Elliott show.
Yeah,
because the Missy, the Sierra, the Busta, like I regret not going to that show, to be honest.
That was probably the last time I was actually super excited was Missy. No, and Monica actually popped up on that tour as well. She did like a nice little 15-minute set. So even then I was like, woo, come on, Monica. But now that she's gonna have a little more time on stage to really sing some of the hits, like obviously, like her first album is like probably my favorite album of hers. Just One of Them Days is probably in my top. If there's just a top 10 of Carell's songs that just defines different points in my life, Just One of Them Days is probably in there. It was like the first song I played in my first car that I got. I played that album out. And I'm excited that she got the Pixie Cat. Baby, all alone. Seriously. Don't take it personal. And then I'm glad that Monica got the Pixie back. Like Brandy was like, "Ooh, Monica, you Monica in." I was like,
"She is."
I was like, "Yeah." She brought back the haircut. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm mad that there's not a Philly proper stop. That's the one thing I hate about Philly. A, there's just so many damn cities along the coast, so they pick and choose where to go. Mm-hmm. But then B, a lot of times they do Atlantic City still. Like a lot of artists still go to Atlantic City. So they'll skip Philly and just go to Atlantic City. I'm like, I don't want to go to no damn Atlantic City. So I'll probably go to the Newark. I know, right? So I'm probably going to go to the one, if you want to go. I'm going to probably go to the Newark one, not the Brooklyn one. So FYI. Yeah. So anyway. Okay. But yeah, community, let us know what songs do they need to play. Let us know, please, what you're interested in that they better sing this damn song. Is there like some song that they better sing for y'all? Outside of maybe even like the hits, because there's some that we know they do.
I actually want to see them do the song "It All Belongs to Me," the second song that they did together. That really never like took off how I wanted it to take off. But it's actually a really good song. It's a really good song. But I think they can sing it from a different perspective now, being that they have actually, kind of mended some things. Because that song, when they first came out with it, it was given, okay, they said they want one more song between the two of us, so let's just give them this funky ass song. But I'm hoping that it gets a resurgence, and it's like, okay, actually, these two people, like, they squash some shit. Because that's what it's all about, is being like, fuck him. It's no longer about fighting over the dude, the boy is mine. So I kind of want them to end with that, to kind of close that chapter of, hey, we're not fighting over no nigga anymore.
They're gonna end with the boy is mine. Like that's the biggest song ever. That's the last song. And it's probably gonna be an encore song at that. They're gonna be like, have a good night, good night. Right, the lights are gonna go down, and then it's gonna be that the boy's right, and the people are going,
yeah. Actually, now that you see that, song. Yeah, now that you see that, But I don't want it to be the last song, though. I want it to be in the middle of them both co-headlining together. Like, I want them to be going between each other's catalog and then keep that going, because I'm going to be mad leaving with that energy from The Boy Is Mine. Like, you going to give all these niggas The Boy Is Mine and then go ahead and leave?
They're gonna walk off hand in hand off stage.
Yep.
And that's it. Good night. Get your ass home.
Girl, not during cuffing season. It's gonna be a whole bunch of breakups.
Ooh.
I don't know nothing about that.
And I hope it's like the video. I hope somehow they have the stage rotating, maybe like the music video, and they do the whole head. I hope it's all the nostalgia.
But mine.
I hope it's all of that. Not yours. And I hope Mekhi Phifer come down the steps and everything.
No, it needs to be Tiana Taylor Man now.
That's a word.
Yeah,
that's a whole man.
You right. That is a whole man. Oof.
Okay. So what's next?
We like Brandy and Monica.
Okay, what's next?
Y'all liking Cardi's new song?
Bitch, we outside. Bitch, when she said, I'm so small, I'm so short and small, you so big and tall, want you to dunk this pussy like you dunk a basketball. I said,
honey. I like Cardi back. She always come up with them crazy
baby.
Shit. I like the line where she said, "So I can tell your mama you a bitch."
I can't wait to see your mama to tell you that she raised a bitch. I said, yep.
I was like, Cardi, okay, Cardi, you back, okay.
Yeah.
Because like anyone else that kind of says that shit, it would be a little corny. But just the way that Cardi says shit, it'd be so dope.
Yeah,
it so is. It's so.
And honestly, it got me shaking ass. I mean,
yeah.
Don't take much.
Actually, it do. It do. You know, normally I'm giving a cute little you know, but now she be ready.
Had you throwing it.
Yeah. No, this got me. This got me like progress on a Sunday afternoon. You know, you know, Kip DJing.
The name
like,
of the bar that shall not be spoken.
Yeah. So it got me like that. So yeah, I'll be outside.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. And it might be one of those early contenders of the summer songs. I feel like summer songs the last few years kind of come a little later. Like out the blue, you're like, okay, this is the one.
Yeah.
But it's like almost July, and we haven't really had one yet. So this might be an early contender of it. I think they tried to push that Sabrina Carpenter song, but I don't really care
child
for it.
girl. No.
Yeah, I don't really care for it.
Ain't nobody thinking about Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't know. At least we.
I mean, y'all can.
But it's interesting though. Lizzo the last few weeks on her TikTok though and her Instagram has been promoting like almost like this rap song called "We Outside" as well. So I'm curious if she's going to actually drop it now that we have two outside songs. And if so, I think back in the day, there used to be people like say like Joe and Big Pun, where they had like songs with the same similar titles, and then they just came with a remix. That's what I feel like they need to do then. If she does drop it, be like, okay, let's just do an outside remix then, and just knock all these hoes out. Yeah, I'd be really down for that. Yeah. Cardi and Lizzo.
I'm really loving like the Lizzo energy that she's giving right now as well. You know, like this post new age, like I'm kind of like, you know, I'm just spilling all my tea and everybody else's tea. Like I'm kind of feeling this for her.
Yeah.
And she's looking great too.
She looks amazing.
Yeah. I mean, her face is always beat, but now she's just 100%. Like extra confident in the body. She lost a few pounds, and I liked her big, and so don't. And it's
well, hold on, she's still big. She's still big. Look,
she's still thickums.
But like, everyone like you so skinny. You so like
lost a few pounds, and the ass go boom.
But yeah, no, she's just a pretty person to me.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, 100%.
Let's see here. What else here? There's just a couple of other things. Okay, it's starting June 24th, so the day we recording, y'all better not be eating no McDonald's. That's the next boycott. Put that fish fillet down.
What happened with McDonald's?
Check.
So the DEI got rid of their DEI, so they said, you know what? You next, ho.
Damn.
So put that Big Mac down. That's the next boycott that they're doing right now for economic resistance. I haven't had
low key.
I get McDonald's maybe like once a quarter.
Low key, they reached out to me for a job opportunity because they needed somebody to head up their.
So it's your fault we can't eat McDonald's.
And no, well,
you should. They needed you.
I said
they needed you.
I said they reached out to me. Let's be clear.
Well, here's the thing. I trust your DEI vision.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like that was like we needed your ass in there. But, so they asked.
So we can eat these fries again.
Shit. You see these prices outside? Shit.
Honey,
man.
So go ahead and reply and get that job so we can eat these damn fries, Dewan.
Girl, no, I don't think so. Look. I already had my bout with Quasimodo face. I ain't trying to get like grease burns. And,
you ain't trying to get gout,
girl.
trying to get gout again.
You try to get me. Diddly umptious.
You said no, ho.
No, I don't think so. No, I pass on that.
Lord.
They said, "Well,
that's gonna be hard.
We have an amazing relocation package." I said, "And you can keep it."
And you can keep they're based in Chicago. That's right.
Yeah, they're based in Chicago. Yeah.
I can see that being a very hard boycott for a lot of people. Kind of like how, like, I still know a bunch of black folks who are still shopping at Walmart just because, when it comes to these prices and buying shit, like, the options are limited.
And a lot of places, that's the option in your area. Like, you're not going to have time to go drive an extra 20, 30 minutes to find some other place.
That part as well.
And so there's, like, so that part, it's like, I genuinely understand when it comes down, it's just like, I get it, but it's, me not going there is fucking up my life even more now. Like, so it's just like you're trying to pick and choose that battle.
Yeah. No, I never get it because everybody ain't in a financial position like others to be able to have the luxury to be like, I'll buy local, I'll buy black, etc. Because those are still businesses anyway. So a lot of them businesses are going to have to upsell to actually profit off of what they're making and selling themselves as well too. So price-wise, it's not the same. Quality-wise, it may be a little bit better, and it may feel better, knowing that you're giving back to the community and not to the corporation. But I don't want to see anybody, having to go without, having to struggle, lose their homes, not be able to afford their kids because they can't afford to, boycott some of these places. For those of you who can't, boycott, I'll say, figure out other ways to, to use your voice, whether that's reminding people about DEI and the importance of it, whether that's, maybe trying to start your own or something along those lines. Whatever you can do it if you can't boycott. Like, I'm not going to ever be...
And maybe buy an extra black brand at those stores. Like, that's something we said, like, even early on. It's like, they're going to still need your support because it's just like, a lot of times, especially with Target, we're seeing, like, the brands that are there that are black and brown, seeing their numbers decline just because the foot traffic ain't there, and that kind of puts them in another bind and things like that. And rightfully so, everyone's doing what they need to do for themselves. But it's just like if you find yourself, hey, I really don't have the options. Maybe there is an option within the store, but like, you know what, I'm gonna buy an extra spice from a black person instead of McCormick's or something like that. There's other options that maybe the prices are similar and things like that that you can shift.
That's a very good tip. Honestly, it really is. Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like, I do feel like the whole McDonald's boycott is just kind of like it's like a Target. It's an attempt at Target 2.0. But I don't think the use case is strong enough, to be honest with you. Like, I don't ever. Okay, granted, McDonald's has rolled back its DEI focus, right? Mostly on the diversity side. It's still saying that it's going to be focused on inclusion and blah, blah, blah. But the diversity components, which is the shit we really care about, they're rolling back on. But I don't really think that the American people looked at McDonald's as the most inclusive of, the most inclusive of places that are out there. When we looked at Target acted like an ally. Yeah. Which is why people were like,
caught that smoke.
They said you're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out. And that's why people weren't really, bothered with like the Walmarts, because Walmarts was never really fucking with us like that. So, I feel that this is a little bit of a different scenario, and I don't know. I'll be very surprised if this quote unquote blackout gets any traction, because I just don't think that the use case for this is strong enough.
Yeah. We'll find out. So
people still want them fries and them chicken nuggets.
The fries do be kind of hitting though.
And I still do.
Them hot fries.
Let me tell you, I moved over to this house and there was a Target right over across the street. Can't have that. Across the Target is the McDonald's, and now you saying I can't have that? What the fuck about this house for?
Go to Bella Noche.
Where the hell can we go?
Well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche, where the hell could you go?
Shit.
That's funny. Yeah.
He said, I'm hungry, ho. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, one place we might be able to go, though, in the future is to a gay club at O'Hare Airport, and it's from Sidetrack.
Yeah.
It's the owners of Sidetrack partnered with another restaurateur that had the idea of saying, hey, maybe we need our own space at the airport. So what are your thoughts about Chicago potentially becoming the first airport in the U.S. to have a gay bar?
Bitch, the amount of missed flights that are about to happen in this motherfucker.
Baby.
Honey.
The amount of cruising that already happens at an airport. Baby.
Child. First of all, you give us a place where we can all come together in O'Hare, and you already know just passing through. Talk about strangers meeting strangers, okay?
Honey.
Like,
Strangers.
be at the bar and be like, no, I mean, misconnections. Exactly. That's exactly what, that's what it should be called. Misconnections.
That's what it should.
That's what it should be called. Because you got a layover. You meet somebody at the bar. Where you going? Oh, I'm going to Tennessee.
You got a layover? You gonna get a
I'm going
layover.
over here. I'm going over here.
You gonna get a layover.
Child, look. All I know is they smart. They better partner with one of the hotels over there.
Honey.
They better partner with one of the hotels over there.
That is a word.
Because
Here's
install
where
a dark
my mind go. You know all them down low men's and all them straight businessmen gonna be all up in there. I see it already. It's gonna be a lot of heartbreak hotels.
No, they won't be in there because it's too public. So they're gonna be the bar adjacent from it. So they're just gonna be right over
across the way.
The TGI Fridays.
Looking at their phone.
Because it's like
15 feet away.
Girl, it's fishing in the barrel. Like everyone is in one spot. So them like faceless profiles, they just gotta go to the adjacent bar,
man.
and they know all of them gonna be right there.
They're gonna be like, meet me at the bathroom by gate B14.
All I know is, listen here, gays. This is all I know. If there happens to be a bathroom where that's where people go, don't you ever say that shit publicly. Don't you post it nowhere. It's a word of mouth only type of situation, okay? Because of the fact that that's how they gonna shut everything down, okay?
Yeah,
so if y'all start acting a fool in the airport, you better think about it, bitch. Think. Okay, don't ruin it for the rest of us.
Sponsored by Sniffies.
If they do show tune Sundays, it's a wrap.
It is a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap because that shit don't nobody
Sundays
like. I mean, some of y'all like that shit, but if they do them show tune Sundays and start throwing napkins everywhere,
I was about to say, throw the. I kind of low key miss me a show tune Sunday. I do.
The only thing I like about it is the napkin throwing, and that's it.
Yeah.
The rest of the time,
what's the one song from the movie where the girl falls and like they do the kick line and they see the girl fall in the background? Oh God, I forget. Community,
shit.
put it in the comments. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They used to play that every Sunday. And they'd be like,
Sunday.
kick, fall. Oh man, yeah. God, those are some good days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. There'll be drag.
So we'll see.
There'll be
I'm
drag
here for
performances there and everything. Like
how gay do you think it's really gonna be though? Because
they're gonna have
realistically, would you go?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Why?
Sorry. Why would I? I get to. Well, first of all.
Okay, first of all, okay, God, never mind.
I got the same
mind.
lounge as too, girl.
Never mind.
I get it.
Damn, she over here because I'm in the Delta lounge over here getting my free
That
drink.
part.
Why want to be over there with
y'all?
Okay, bitch.
Paying for shit.
Look,
Why would I be paying for shit?
It's like,
Put your shoes on. Let's find you a hole.
I'm so done with you. Yes, I would go. Just at least I have one, and then I'll meet you at the lounge after.
I ain't gonna be in no lounge. So I'll be over there.
Knowing my luck, it'll be in the American Airlines terminal, not the Delta terminal. So I won't even see it.
Well, they did say here. Let me click on the link because I feel like they did actually say where it might be. They already put the petition out there or filled out whatever paperwork or the proposal. Let's see here. Oh God, I know I read it earlier. And by the way, Sidetrack, I forgot about this. Sidetrack has been around since 1982, so that's dope to kind of see that popular of a bar still be that popular, because like Sidetrack is like probably the most universal gay bar in this country. Like,
and low key,
everybody go to Sidetrack.
Not low key, high key. Sidetracks has been such a community supporter. They have been supporter of all people, all genders, all races. Not like some of them other bars in Boys Town.
Yeah, and I mean like
into still.
And Sidetrack does sometimes have a diversity problem. It's not sometimes the most diverse bar. So they have their own issues too, but they do definitely give back to the community and things like that for sure, and look out for that community more so than maybe a lot of the other bars. It says, according to the Tribune, the bar would be located in Terminal 1 at the airport. So I forget which one is Terminal 1 for O'Hare. But they put the petition in on June 5th and submitted it to the city. And it's with Gonzalez Somos Hospitality Group, would see the day-to-day operations, and Johnson and Pena, who own Sidetrack, would be the establishment's primary investors, sharing the licensing for the brand. So, Jose Pepe is what they call him, one of the owners there.
Yeah,
so
that's United.
Forever. It's United.
That's United and Lufthansa.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense because it's a United hub. So
yeah.
So we'll see.
So I won't
we'll
be
see what
it.
happens. So stay tuned.
But I support it.
Meet us at the bar.
Yeah, I'll clap as I walk past.
It's like, hey, girl.
Thanks for doing the Lord's work.
I'm going to the lounge.
I'll see you at the gate.
I'll see you in the urinal. Anyway. And then let's see here.
Wait a minute.
We have to.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Fitting. That was fitting.
And so, community, I know like a lot of times we say we pick and choose what we talk about on here just because the climate is crazy, but we'd probably be a little remiss to not say we know there's a lot going on in the Middle East. The U.S. fucking shit up.
Girl.
Like, we know it's a fucking lot. So hopefully, you listen to us and get a slight moment of reprieve. But I don't know what to say.
I'm scared. I am not gonna lie. I just had dinner with my friend Ruben, and we were literally talking about like the fact that we live in probably the most highly targeted area. New York City is the most like, we need to get out of here.
I know this is the first time where I'm like, oh damn, I'm on the East Coast now. Shit, hold on, they're gonna get us first. What the fuck is this?
I saw a little meme on Instagram where it was like, see this map I ran? All the red states are the places that you need to be targeted. All the blue states ain't supporting 45 or 47.
Maybe.
So take that to heart, please. Bomb like Utah.
Corey has so growing up in Toledo's a big Arab community, and so he just has like family friends that are pretty much family at this point. And a couple of them, they were over in Jordan for their cousin's wedding, and so Corey was talking to her. And it's like, do you hear all those? Because he didn't know she was over there, and she's like, do you hear all those sirens and everything? He's like, yeah, what's that? She's like, I'm in Jordan right now, and that's all the like missile interceptions and things like that flying over Jordan right now. And he's like, that's crazy. He's like, well, get home, like, get back to the U.S. as safe as you can. Like, it's wild. It's like the reality of it is so wild. So for those that have family over there, those that have loved ones over there, I don't know what words will be good enough, but we're thinking of you, and stay as safe as you can, because this is wild. Yeah. So, and community, we said we were going to do Ask Yo Aunteas this week, so we're going to do that. So we're going to take a quick little tea break, and we'll be right back. Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minority Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at minorityareport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. All righty, ladies. It's been a minute, but what time is it?
Ask
your auntie.
What was that? I know it at the end.
Hey, baby. That's gonna be
go.
Monica looking at Brandy like, girl, what was that note?
For real, though.
or probably vice versa, quite frankly. But anyway.
Okay. So this says, hey, aunties, I prefer to be anonymous for their sake, but I had a wonderful, luscious year with someone I met online. I was leaving on a multi-week vacation, which overlapped with one they were taking when we first connected on the app. They gave time during our travels to converse about our trips and our likes/dislikes, etc. By the time we met in person, we knew a lot about each other and our compatibilities were well established. Since I'm in an open relationship from day one, they knew our connection was limited to certain comfort levels and time constraints together. With that said, many happy times have commenced. He longs for a man to give all to and receive the respect and support as anyone should. We both know that cannot be me, and he has said his emotional health is struggling with my visits. And just like that, this brings me to the dilemma. Should I tell him we are over because I can't continue to have him feel this way, or do fuck buds just end up ghosting each other into non-existence? Mm-hmm. Oh, what y'all think?
I mean, honestly, I think you're mature. The way you wrote this, the way you wrote this and the ending there sounds like you're mature enough to kind of tell him that, quite frankly. Like, it's like, hey, you told him that it can't be me. Like, that's not part of this landscape for this situation. And if we can't handle that, I think you might have to be like, hey, well, you know what? I enjoyed our time together. I really genuinely like you, but I don't want to harm your emotional, like, integrity and things like that. And it's just not going to work for you. So I think the best is just, like, the part ways. Like, you don't have to ghost them or anything like that. I think the mature thing is to be like, hey, here's the situation. It doesn't seem like it's going to work, quite frankly, unfortunately. It's not because I don't like you. It's not because I don't think you're a good person and all this stuff. But for the sake of this situation, and I was forward at the jump with it, I can't be that for you. And honestly, it might be one of those things too where they'd be like, well, at first they're saying fine, and then they might try to like come back again, and you just might have to have that maturity for the whole situation at hand to be like, I can't respond back. You know, I can't do that because that kind of almost keeps the lingering tentacles there. So you might have to say that, and that might be the part where you have to ghost afterwards. But ghosting right now, no, I don't think you have to ghost him to non-existence up front. Have the conversation. Then if he continues to try to reach out, that's where you might have to just be like, I'm not responding.
Yeah. I tend to agree with Auntie Krell on this. This is a sticky situation because it sounds like the barriers of emotional connection have gotten in the way of the physical component of being in an open relationship. You know, so if you're in an open, and I don't know what the construct of your relationship, your open relationship is, you know, but I would imagine that it probably precludes emotional connectivity with other people. It should be about the sex. You know, unless you're truly polyamorous, not an open relationship, and that can include you having feelings and exploring those feelings and potentially pursuing another relationship in the context of the relationship that you're already in. That's a totally different scenario. But if that's not what you're seeking, and you just want to be, you know, bump some uglies, and he's saying, "Oh, but I'm catching feelings for you," and you're not catching them for them back, that's a whole other different situation. And then you you got to cut it off because you're not going to be able to control how somebody else feels about you.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Terrell?
I don't know. I'm a little curious as to, because I'm like looking back to the question that he wrote and some of the previous stuff. He mentioned, that he longs for a man to give all to and receive the respect and support as anyone should. And we both know that cannot be me. And he has said his emotional health is struggling with his visits. I would ask, is he saying that, is he giving you an ultimatum? Like, are you being put in a place to say that this is his line and he can't continue having whatever you're having? Or is it more just a, hey, you need to circle back and say, this will never go past that, and then let him be the one to kind of make the end decision? Part of me feels like maybe you're trying to make a decision for him, given that he said some of those things that on his side, may be hurting him. But maybe he was just expressing to you what he was wanting, because maybe it's Auntie Dewan's point, maybe y'all could be polyamorous, and so maybe him expressing these feelings may have a conversation to test the waters to see, is that a possibility between the two of y'all, right? So I would say, unless he is saying that you are directly hurting this person or hurting him, and if you aren't being hurt, then honestly, I would say, bitch, keep doing what you're doing. Keep having fun, and let him be the one that says this ain't working for him.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm not a big fan of ghosting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Especially when you have like good times. It seems like you actually have a good relationship or whatever.
The fact that, this community member is writing into us about this situation tells us that there is some level of emotional connectivity that you have to this situation, which means that it's not just transactional. So, ghosting is a coward's way out. I'm sorry, but I have to call a spade a spade. And, if you've built up some level of emotional connectivity with this person, so much so that you're asking for our advice, I would say that you need to have a conversation. You need to explain what your situation is, and not just like, I don't think he's going to ghost you. I think you're looking for a reason to ghost them so that you don't have to deal with the emotional consequences that come along with having a conversation with this person about, can this go any further, or it has to stop here, and this is all I can give, and that might be uncomfortable for you, but
they
you
might
got to have that
surprise
conversation.
And they might surprise you when you have that conversation. Maybe like, you know what, you're right. You set these boundaries at the beginning. You know what, that's on me. I'm enjoying what we have, so let's just keep it where it is, and I will work on whatever I need to not be so emotionally attached. Maybe the answer is that maybe they putting too much of their time into the two of y'all, and like, you have a partner. Maybe he needs to be out there dating and seeing other people, so that way he's not putting all his attention towards you.
And I think that's what it is.
Yeah, so I think having a conversation is a better way to go.
Because he's like, they know our connection was limited to certain comfort levels and time constraints together. And then later he calls them a fuck bud. So I think the person that wrote this in might not be as emotionally attached. It was like, I like maybe the limited attachment that it is, but we fucking is nice. I enjoy the time. But now you getting a little too attached. You asking me to come over with a little too much, and that's not part of this assignment. Yeah. I got a husband, and that's priority, as it should be, quite frankly. Like, and so, like, in a sense, I kind of feel for the person writing in, because it's just like, if that was my situation, Corey's going to be my priority, and I can't go, I'm like, it could get to 51% for Corey and 49, but it ain't going to get 50-50. And if I was upfront with whomever from jump about that, and they're maybe getting a little more emotionally attached, or just like the conversations are just getting maybe a little more tense because of it, I would be like, you know what, Playboy, we might have to just call it quits for now, because that was not the arrangement from jump that at least I hopefully clearly communicated, So,
but again, I would say though, like, instead of being the person to make that decision, I would say because it's based off of how they're feeling and their reactions.
The perception of it more.
Yeah, I would say let the other person be the one who says whether or not they can meet that standard. If they
what if they start like showing up? Like, what if they start showing up to your work?
No, but I mean, like,
you know, like,
but no, I'm talking about like, but like, if you drew the line in the sand, just be like, hey, this is the line. It's going to forever be this line, and then have them be the one to be like, okay, you know what, that ain't working for me. You know, so I would say maybe just give them the ultimatum and just have and have them make the choice and have that conversation. And I think it's respectful to the other person whose emotions are involved because clearly you care, and it's also making sure that you stay true to your character as someone who's being thoughtful. And again, you're not making a decision for someone based off of what has been said to you because they might surprise you.
Yeah. We definitely want to follow up on this one. Let us know. Yeah. Because this is interesting. Out of all the Ask Yo Aunteas, we haven't had like this kind of a scenario before, which is kind of surprising at this point. So yeah, thank you for being vulnerable to send this in. So we appreciate that for sure. And community, continue to send your Ask Yo Aunteas to aya@minorityareport.com. That's actually what this one came in the email, so it wasn't even the DMs on this one. So clearly that still works. Or you could DM us, or you can hit us on the T line. We haven't had a T line in probably like a year. Yes. So who's out there listening and be like, you know, I got you one. I'll put my voice out there. You can still stay anonymous. We can even speed up the voice a little bit, give it the little chipmunk or something. You know, we got technology to disguise the voice too. If your voice sounds like mine, and be like, that's Auntie Carell. But what's that T-line number, Duan?
844-T-line. That's TEALINE, or 844-832-5463.
Love it. And shout out to DNR. That's how we got the T-line. Shout out to Derek and Ramon. Remain for that. But yeah, we love that. That was a good one. I love Ask Yo Aunteas. Yeah. That's always fun. One thing I meant to talk about right before this, which is like all the headlines, the FDA has approved the 2-shot medication for HIV prevention. Obviously, the cost is crazy. The cost is crazy for it, but it's just cool to see, especially in a time where funding is getting limited. They're trying to backtrack on a lot of stuff that helps our community. To see things still progress forward in the science world. The Food and Drug Administration has approved a breakthrough medication that reduces the risk of contracting HIV by 96%. It's by Gilead, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Yeztugo is the branded name. The generic name is, lenacapavir. Alexa, it has been approved after highly successful trials in September, found that it nearly eliminated the spread of the virus amongst patients, showing a 96% relative risk reduction versus BHIV, which is the background HIV diagnosed rates. The drug is meant to be given as an injection by healthcare providers in clinics every 6 months. It's currently priced at $14,109 or $2,300 per month. And it remains unclear whether it's going to be covered by insurance at this point. Honestly, all the HIV prevention and HIV meds are crazy expensive. So that still needs to be something that comes down. But hopefully insurance, and a lot of times these companies will kind of give ways to make sure that the out-of-pocket cost is as low as possible. But again, for those that aren't maybe wanting to take a pill every day, or maybe it causes kidney issues, whatever it may be, there's other options out there now that's coming to the market. So
which I love to see.
Super duper cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then finally, we haven't done a little drag race update in a little bit. And by the way, I didn't say this last week. Met Corey King, by the way, in person.
Oh, did you?
Makeup in person? Makeup in person, and your boo Bruno too. Bruno looked at me in my eyes. I said, don't look at me that way. I said, don't do that to me. I was like, my husband right there. Don't look at me that way.
And he handed you the condom, didn't he?
Baby, it was the Trojan. It was like, because they had like the Trojan marketing thing going on. And so he's like, here you go, baby. I was like, ooh. I was like, do we really need this? Oh.
She said she take her daily pill.
And meanwhile, Corey's in the background taking pictures back there. I need to post those pictures too. But anyway, Corey King's makeup in person, actually pretty stunning. And met Lana Jarre, even though we kind of met her in like the Glam Awards, like talked to her for like a good 20 minutes, and she might be coming on the episode soon. Yeah. So we'll get that squared away. Yeah. Her makeup was stunning in person. And I was
she's
like,
always
Lana,
like,
you're fucking
so beautiful.
Her makeup is woo.
Yeah. Top
tier. And then hey, Lux saw Lux too as well. But yeah. So sorry, homegirl Core King. Tall as shit too. I was like, okay, y'all taller than I thought. But anyway, well, Community, if you, and maybe actually I'll probably put this part at the beginning, you know, because I might chop this out. But Community, if you're looking for the Drag Race stuff, it's already out there. Go to YouTube. We put it out there. But until next week, anything else on your hearts and minds before we get out of here?
Nah, but I'll see y'all in the month, Community.
I know she gonna be gone. She instant gone. We can't wait for the yeah, you should post like a little update on the stories. Be like, hey, I'm still alive. Show us like your Wimbledon outfit. Post a little story. Post a little
especially when I be in Spain. You know, we're gonna be debuting this new summer body like Auntie Carell been doing. So
you know, you gotta hit them with a little taste, a little teaser. Yes. Absolutely. Well, have fun. Safe travels, boo.
Yeah, thank y'all.
We'll see you when you get back.
Yes.
Damn. And then I'm sure Dewan will be somewhere soon enough, too. So I'll just be here in the States.
Already booked. July 7th through 17th.
Ah, yes. Okay. We'll talk offline. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay.
Oh, damn.
wait, hold on, wait a minute.
Exactly. It's chocolate. And Community, on that note, wash your hands, you lazy ass. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Or some of us will be. I'll see you next week. They won't.